Hello, hello. How are you? Hope you're doing good. I do. So, what's up? TGIF, of course. And yes, it is another edition of Friday First Impressions. Yes. So, I have been doing a few things behind the scenes on my channel and some changes, but nothing that y'all are really going to notice much, which, hopefully works out. But a couple things that are not going to be changing unless you want me to are a series like this that I have been doing that I know some of you really enjoy. So do not worry, I will continue doing this series on Friday nights as long as y'all want me to. So go grab a snack, something to drink. Cheers. Mama got her coffee. Sit back, relax, and let's get into this edition of Friday First Impressions. Now, I do have a few things. This week's is a mix of some makeup and skincare and stuff like that. And yeah, everything. I don't really have any poo-poo items, so that's good for this week. But I do have some borderline items, so we will see. Okay, the first thing I am doing is, so Mama got her first real beauty blender. And I've been using it. Yeah, I do have a couple other beauty blenders that I've been using, and, I like them. I go between beauty blenders and foundation brushes, but I have been using this beauty blender exclusively to give it, pretty much 100% of my time. Oh, yes. And I've never had a real beauty blender before from Beauty Blender. So I was kind of excited when I got one. I mean, these babies ain't cheap. $20 for one beauty blender. I know. But either way, what do I think? I actually flippin' love this thing. Yeah. This is like a 5+. I have used it for foundation, concealer, and even contouring. And it works phenomenal for all of the above. It is squishy and super soft. Love it. And it really makes a huge difference. I am absolutely hooked. Hooked. I will not stray again. I promise. Now that I have one of these, and again, a big reason I get my boxes is to be able to try things that I wouldn't otherwise try. Ooh, what's the hype? I'm not going to spend $20 on one of these babies. Well, you know what? That may change now. Just saying. So yeah, baby gets a 5. I highly recommend these things now that I have been coerced over to the other side. Love it, love it, love it. I am hooked. Definitely. I like the shape. I use all sides of it. As you can see, it's nice and doity. And that's after 1 week. So Mama's got to get to cleaning these now. Okay, so yes, that is my first thing. My beauty blender by The Beauty Blender. Like I said, I finally got my first one, and I am sold. Mama gave this baby a full 5. Okay, moving on. Next, and I know I mentioned this one before, but I mentioned in a couple videos and stuff like that. I got this off of Boxy add-ons, and I just picked up another one. This is the Marc Jacobs Coconut Eye Primer. I'm in love with this. This has worked phenomenally with every eyeshadow palette I have. And that means everything from my new Natasha Denona, my Jeffree Star, to, you know, some of my, you know, lower ones. I have tried this eye primer without setting it with powder. And I've also tried it, obviously, setting it, you know, with powder and stuff like that. Works incredibly either way. I do, obviously, I give this a 5. By getting it on add-ons, I think I only paid like $9 for it. So that's why I scooped up another one, and I wish I had grabbed 2 more. But I do really, really love it. It goes on super duper silky, and it's a very, you know, it doesn't show any color or pigment on your eyelid. It's just a very sheer, no color to it. It works phenomenal. I absolutely love this stuff. And I was previously using a MAC paint pot. And honestly, since I got this Marc Jacobs one, I have not used anything but this. Absolutely love it. Highly recommend it. Okay, moving on. I'm trying not to be too chit-chatty if you haven't noticed. Okay. Now, okay, I'm going to pop over to a skincare item that I got in one of my boxes, and I was a little hesitant on it. I think I got this in my FabFitFun. This is the Volition Celery Green Cream. It does have anti-aging properties. It is supposed to help with fine lines and wrinkles, and amongst other things. Now, obviously, we got a very good size container of it. It is a full size. Yeah, it doesn't have much scent to it, but then again, celery doesn't really smell like much either. So, it looks like a water cream. It goes on like a water cream, and I'm really, really, really been enjoying it. I've been using it at night primarily. But, and again, being that I have oily skin, I do tend to be kind of careful with the moisturizer products that I use, because sometimes they're just a little too much for my skin, and I do not like that greasy feeling in any way, shape, or form. But this one being kind of that watery consistency, like celery, it does work really well. Now, I don't feel like after a week I can give this a fair rating, and I say that only because I haven't really seen any major effects from it. So I don't want to overrate it, but I don't want to underrate it either. So I'm going to average this one out to like a 4. Again, just because from what I've seen so far, I do really like it. Like I said, I've been primarily using it at night, but I have used it a couple times during the day, and I do still really like it. Now, obviously, I've been using this in place of my Doll 10 moisturizer. So, I mean, I don't really feel like I'm lacking. You know, this is, the Doll 10 is clearly a thicker moisturizer, especially for an overnight cream. However, I'm still okay with moisturizing with this overnight. I like the idea of, you know, what this addresses as far as the fine lines and wrinkles and stuff like that. So I will continue using it and see how much like I feel it helps from here on out. I do not, over the last week or so, I do not see a decline in any way, shape, or form in my skin tone or texture or anything like that. So that's also a really good thing. That's something I've been paying attention to also. So I don't see like my, complexion or anything looking crappy. So that's good. So that's why I'm also giving this a decent rating of like a 4, give or take. Okay. The other thing that I've been trying over the last week, which I got in one of my other boxes, is the Bio or Biro or whatever, the tomato serum. Now, it's really hard to see this. Again, I kind of feel the same way on this one. This does have anti-aging properties. It does state that it's supposed to help with fine lines and wrinkles and stuff like that. I don't feel like I've really used it long enough for it to have a decent impact, but nor have I seen a decline in my skin. And I've also been using this at night with the celery cream. And I was concerned that this was going to be too oily for my skin, because even though it says it's a serum, when you initially, kind of squirt it out of the little pumper it's got in here, as you can, I'll pull this out. It's got this little vial thing that you squish it out of. It did seem really oily initially, which made me really scared at first to use this because of my oily skin. However, I was pleasantly surprised. It did end up very silky on my skin, and it absorbed really, really nice. So again, I'm giving this a 4 because I want to be fair, and I don't want to give it a low rating because I haven't seen a decline in my skin from using it either. So that's a really, really good thing. But nor have I seen any, amazing immediate effects as far as fine lines and wrinkles and stuff like that. So, okay. That's another one that's, pretty good. And like I said, I don't really have any poo-poo items this week. So I've got to find some more poo-poo items for you guys of stuff that I was just like, I'll get there. I will. I've just been so excited to share the good ones with you. Okay, now, this is something that I've had for a minute, and I pulled it back out again the other day, last week. I started using it again. I've always really liked it, but I haven't used it for a minute. But I've really been using a lot more things in my skincare routine to address, help, and treat my pores. So, in an effort to continue doing that, I poured this out. Pulled this out. And this is by Benefit Cosmetics. This is the Porefessional. This is a hydrating, pore minimizing primer. And I was reminded how much I flippin' love this stuff. Mom has given this baby a 5. Yeah. So, and again, I have another primer from Benefit Cosmetics, and it's another pore one, but I haven't pulled that one out yet. But, okay, so this one, I'm going to squeeze a little out for you. Now, this goes on so incredibly silky. This is what it looks like when you first squeeze it out. Even though there's kind of like a neutral color to it, there's no color when you put it on. But, OMG, it is so silky. Here's my hand. It just goes right into your skin, absorbs almost instantly. and it gives you like this beautiful texture. It just smooths out your pores and fills them in, and it's phenomenal. I am just in, like, why have I not been using this stuff? Why? My makeup goes on so much better. I have been using it every day. Not like I'm hooked again. And like I said, I've had this sitting in my makeup drawer collecting dust. And I'm like, why have I not been using this? Well, again, with, you know, the Saturday Skin Pore Toner and stuff like that, I've been doing these things to work on and help treat my pores because they are larger. I'm like, let me pull this baby out. Well, I'm so glad I did. Love it. Love it. Love it. Highly recommend it. Definitely. Without a doubt. Okay, that's it. Woo! I got through that quick this week, huh? So, we've got the primer, the Pore Primer. Awesome. Marc Jacobs Eye Primer. Awesome. Beauty Blender. How did I ever live without this thing? I don't know. Celery. What? Moisturizer. It's working pretty good. Mama likes. Tomato serum. Does not smell like tomatoes, so don't worry. But it's actually working pretty good. I'm happy with it. We shall see. That is it for this week's Friday First Impressions. I just got the weirdest feeling that my backdrop was falling on me. Okay, we're okay. So what did we think? Are you going to pick up any of this stuff? Did I give you any good ideas? Let me know. I want to know. I do. Cheers. Alrighty, that is it for this week's Friday First Impressions. And of course, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. You guys mean the world to me. I love you, and I appreciate you. Mwah. I will talk to y'all soon. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.